Hello everyone, I'm back with a journal video. Can you believe it? I can't. So, I did a post on Instagram updating you guys on my life, and I said, I'm not journaling right now, I am reading. So, that's what I'm doing in my free time. I'm reading. And then I thought, let's make a book journal. Right? That makes sense. So I got this notebook that I once got on sale. I think it's on sale because this is way too tight to be used, and because the lines are so small, no one's ever gonna write in this. But it's cute. It gives me a throwback IKEA vibes, so that's good, I think. So what I did, I printed out all the pictures of the books I've read so far this year, and then I also printed out some templates. Don't look at this one, it's the one my printer ate. I just found this free template online. It looked different, but I just got to the chase because I don't want to waste all the ink. So it just says title, author, date started, date ended, genre, favorite quotes, my rating, what I thought about this book, author's social media info, and other books to read, additional notes. So I'm just going to cut everything down with my paper cutter. I hope that gives you some ASMR. And then we could just going to glue everything in and write my reviews. Okay. I just think I'm just going to stop filming and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. That took literally forever, but next time I'm just not gonna wait like half a year almost. Even though there will be more books in the rest of the year because I only started reading in like, I'm not really sure when. I think, I don't know. I'll have to look that up. So we're keeping these two empty. We're starting on this page and we're just gonna do the picture on the left side and then the review on the right. So first of all, I'm just gonna, I don't know how much space this takes. Okay. So I know a lot of people have book journals. I don't really have seen a lot of those videos, so I could look into that. But I just thought like, I just want to use up one of my small notebooks that I don't have a use for. I didn't want to make this like really hard. I didn't want it to make it like a bullet journal and have it like so much space for every little detail. I just read a book and then I'd read another one, right? So I don't need a bunch of stickers and things, and that's why I just wanted to print it out so I could easily just print out a picture of the book and glue it down and then just write the little review and we'll pick the next book, that type of thing. So I have not been journaling yet this year, which is really bad, but I have had some really exciting things happen to me and I really want to document it. So the journal sessions will be back. Just, yeah. If my mental health allows it and I feel creative, it's just that being creative just makes such a mess. Just wish it could like magically clean up after, but so I'm already kind of like warn you for my ratings of these books because there are a lot of popular books in this list and I know a lot of people love them, and then I'm going to give them 3 stars and you're gonna be pissed off, maybe, I don't know. It's like, I don't want to ruin it for you. If you love something and I give it 3 stars and you start doubting yourself, don't. Like, I wish I could be a person who likes everything, but I'm just very critical. Tell me about your reading life. Are you very into reading right now or just a few books a year type of girl? Let me know. I've never made book content on my channel before, so I don't really know if my audience is into books. So yeah, please let me know. Let me know your 5-star reads. Give me some recommendations. I do not really read fantasy, so please don't recommend fantasy because I'm not gonna read it, and that's makes it seem like I'm ignoring you. I mean, you can, of course, leave recommendations for other people to read in the comments. That's fine. But yeah, I'm not loving fantasy, and I don't see myself ever getting into it. This book is going to get so chunky. I love it. So when I started using Goodreads, I set my goal to 20, and now I'm 50, so I set it to, oh shit, I set it to 30, but I'm already like halfway through, so I don't know. Maybe the goal will go to 50, but I mean, I know I can do it, but I never knew I was going to read so much, and I can't see myself stopping, but like there were years that I only read like 4 books, and they were all like on vacation. Okay, I'm getting a little tired of filling all the information in. I've been doing this for way too long, so I'm just going to color in the stars and let you in on my rating. Whew. And if you agree, that's fine. I'm happy for you if you like the book. Sorry for you if you didn't like a book. In the end, we just want to like the book, right? That's the point. So yeah, let's just start with the first book. This book is gonna get, I don't know, it's hard. This book, like, I liked it, but like I almost only liked the second part because it was really slow paced, but I did like the end of it, so maybe 3 stars is a little bit low. I don't know, I wouldn't like recommend, I don't know, we're going with 3 stars. I did like it, but the first part was really slow and nothing was really happening. Yeah, this is my favorite book I've read so far in my life, so it's getting the well-deserved 5 stars. I would definitely recommend this book to anyone. It's lovely. Should I read the quotes I wrote down so far? So for this book, my favorite quote is, "If you don't cry sometimes, you end up crying all the time." Well, that's relatable. This quote, I don't know if this quote is a spoiler. Spoiler alert. "I spent half my time loving her and the other half hiding how much I loved her." Ah. Okay. Moving on. I don't even know how this book is pronounced. Variety? Is that it? It's gonna get 4 stars. This is my first Colleen Hoover book, and maybe that was a mistake. Because, I don't know, I feel like when you write a thriller, you can get away with writing horrible people. But in a romance, no. So I did enjoy this book. I read it in one day. My favorite quote is, "I wasn't heroic, I wasn't simple, I was difficult. An emotionally challenging puzzle he wasn't up for solving." Well, if that is not just the quote of my life.
Okay, from now on I'll do
like the person who wrote
the
that.
voiceover because I'm just being really harsh on some of these
Yeah,
books, and I want to keep this video light and fun.
Right, but
so
I do very
I'm just
much
going
relate
to
to that
talk
quote.
about the ratings. So I gave Sharp Objects 3 stars. Overall, liked it, could relate to it, but it's not a book that is like the best I've ever read. Daisy Jones and the Six gets 4 stars. I really did like this book, but I set my expectations too high after reading The Seven Husbands. But this is a fairly fun book, so I do recommend it. Okay, so Ugly Love was a book I was really looking forward to reading after 30, or whatever it's called. I called it Variety. I don't think that's right. It's 30, right? I have no idea. Sometimes words don't make sense. This book is very overhyped, in my opinion, because the main characters are not interesting. Well, no, Tate is not interesting, and I even forgot the dude's name, but he's not a nice person, so I gave it 3 stars. I really have to tone it down on these reviews. That's why I'm doing this voiceover in the first place. But yeah, We Were Hilarious also got 3 stars because it is all about this great ray of summers, and the book only tells me how fun the summers were. They don't show me how fun the summers were. And that's just unfortunate because summer is a really easy season to romanticize. So do it. Thank you. Then my year of rest and relaxation. I thought this book was really going to be something for me because of how TikTok explained it to me. I love Unhinged Woman, depression, but nothing really happened in this book. She's just sleeping and taking pills. So I gave it 3 stars because I do like the depression. It makes sense, right? I believe her, but it's just you keep waiting for something to happen and nothing is going to happen, and that's unfortunate. Now, this is my first Dutch book. It's by a Flemish author. It's called Zie mij graag, and I listened to the audiobook, and the author read the book with a Dutch accent, and I'm very happy with that because I could not have sit through like 10 hours of book with a Flemish accent. No offense, but I couldn't do that. I gave it 3 stars because at some point you're like having an idea of what the plot is, and then you just want to be shocked and told if you were right or wrong. And this book got to that point and then just dragged on a little bit too long before revealing it, which took away the excitement, or like it was just like, come on, so, but it was fun. But yeah. Moving on to the next book, Normal People. Again, very hyped on TikTok. I just think that if you call a book Normal People, then the reader is gonna think that this is about abnormal people, right? But these people are really normal, and that's just unfortunate, I guess. I just thought that if you're gonna write about people who are abnormal, make them abnormal, right? Because there's no reason to write about normal people unless there's like, it's like cute about the joy of being normal. But I don't know, it just, Sally Rooney books, it's just, they're easy to read, you read them really quickly, but nothing happens and you are not loving the characters that much. You know what I mean? It's like, what they say is like, no plot but vibes, but their vibes are a little bit like off sometimes. Like the next book, I also gave 3 stars. I like this one a little bit better, but at the same time it kind of annoyed me because this is about 2 best friends and they only see each other once in this book, and the only communication they have is writing emails to each other about their pretentious thoughts about the world, and those parts just really bored me. And I just thought, like, if you're such best friends, why don't you just go do stuff together or write about your personal life? Because I don't know, it was lacking. Oh, I was doing a voiceover to make it more positive. I'm gonna quit with the negativity. I gave this book also 3 stars because I thought that it was weird that you're convincing me that this woman should live a different life if she's happy. But maybe that's just me. I did like how small it was, so I threw it within a day or something. And it's cool to read, some more international books and not just American books, I guess. For example, like Sally Rooney's books are Irish, so I do like that diversity in location and culture and stuff. Then I listened to the translation of Where the Crawdads Sing. I didn't know it was a translation. Audiobooks are not really in English here with my library, so I just tried to find Dutch books, and I got this one recommended by a Dutch YouTuber. I gave it 3 stars because I did love the scenery and I could totally imagine the swamp, but it felt really real. But the dialogue really seemed written by someone who never had an adult conversation, and that is very cringy. And it's even more noticeable in an audiobook because you're like listening to a woman saying things grown-up tough men are supposed to say. You're like, this is really, no, this is something someone wrote, you know what I mean? So that's the 3 stars. I can really say I enjoyed reading, I think, all these books, but there's just some things that bother me too much to give them a 4-star review, because 4 stars really means I like it, I would read it again, I would recommend it. Then we got The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. I gave it 3.5 stars. I did really appreciate her way of writing. It's very poetic, it's very soothing. The racism in this book is disgusting. So that's kind of like a trigger warning, I guess. I don't know. It's just a little bit unsettling, but at the same time, this woman is dead, so she can't correct herself now if she would want to. Like, so I try to just see this book as the thing that it is, and it was good writing, and I liked the second part of the book best, and it just felt really realistic, of course, if you know her story. So yeah, I just really wanted to read a book like this. For me, it's harder to read older books because they use different words that I am less familiar with, because English isn't my first language, so it's a little bit harder for me to understand everything. But in this book, it was pretty good. It was not too difficult. And then the last book I'm reading right now, so I can't review that.
But yeah, those were all the ratings. So let me know if you have any suggestions on which books I should read, and let me know your opinions about some of these books. If you are less of a critical person, that's totally fine. It's just I don't want to give a book more than 3 stars if I wouldn't read it again. Like, if I give it like 4 stars, I would read it again, or 3.5 stars. Not that I'm planning on rereading books, but I would, you know. And some of these books just need a little bit of, I don't know. But yeah, take anything that I said with this video with a grain of salt, because everyone can have different opinions. And yeah, that's that. So thank you all so much for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to check out my Instagram, it's MayJournalsNobar. If you want to check out my Patreon, it's MayJournals. And I would love to see you next time. Bye!